You asked for it, you got it. Hello everyone. So today I'm going to be trying something new. I'm going to be trying to do a commentary over some culling gameplay that I had. This game, I get a pretty decent amount of kills. So I thought it'd be good to show you guys, and maybe you could learn a thing or two. Yeah, so just bear with me. I might be pretty awkward throughout this commentary, but we'll see how it goes. Yeah, so right here I spawn, and I type in LMAO because Earth, you are funked, actually killed me like the previous game before this, so it's pretty funny to just be matched up with him as my teammate the very next game. I was actually queuing solo, and then, you know, with a new patch and everything, you just get put into teams 90% of the time. Yeah, so spawn at weather, and my first thought is to just, you know, quickly loot the building and, you know, try to find like any level tier 1 weapon. And yeah, now the plan is, you know, depending on where people call in their early airdrops, like this guy over here, he called it in pretty close to me, I'd have a very good chance of rushing him before he even has a chance to open his airdrop. So I go for it, you know, knowing that I have at least a weapon advantage over him if he doesn't get his airdrop. You know, most people can't— oh, now you can't craft weapons and call in your airdrop, so he's gonna have nothing. And yeah, he kind of makes a really bad decision here and just leaves it open. I guess he was like trying to craft like a backpack or something, so, or I don't know, because he threw a bandage at me. So yeah, I do decide to switch to my brass knuckles here, because now that he knows that he's like screwed, he doesn't have his early game drop, he only has fist. It's probably better for me to apply that cripple and prevent him from running away from the fight, and, you know, make it easier rather than going for that, you know, axe and more damage. You know, it's a lot better to just, you know, keep him stuck to where you are. So yeah, I do clean him up pretty nicely. Quite unfortunate, probably left a bad review in the game, but it's all good. Yeah, and yeah, take the armor, craft it into good armor, and just heal up. And yeah, now it's time to circle back to where I threw all my items here. I did actually throw them like prior to opening airdrop, that way like I could pick up the weapons really quickly. Like, you know, I wouldn't have to like worry about switching them as I opened the box, because you know, it was like a steal, it was a raid. That's what the plan is. And now I do want to sell everything that I find, so that way I can get my airdrop. Airdrop this game is actually Trapper. I don't know if you guys know this. Well, if you know who I am, I just absolutely love trapping. I do decide to sell my brass knuckles here because you know, it's not very good to just carry 2 melee weapons ever. So, you know, if I run into another guy and need to lock him down, it might be a little bit harder. But, you know, 7 to 23 versus, what, 6 to 18? I think that was, like, it's just not even a contest, you know, like, I just gotta go with my gut and use the ice axe. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and call it in, and while I wait for my airdrop to come in, I'm gonna just go ahead and loot this building, you know, try and get that funk, because ideally, you know, I want to use up all 3 of my airdrops, because, you know, when you run a utility airdrop, you can call 3 of them in. And like, the thing about Trapper is that if you manage to call 3 in and you just set up in the middle, you have 9 punjies, 12 steel snares, and 3 claymores. Imagine if you actually managed to set that up, and then it's like standing room phase only. Like, you are gonna be untouchable. So yeah, I really like this airdrop because it has this sense of snowballing more than any other airdrop in the game, in my opinion. Yeah, so, and that backpack. Oh, that sweet backpack is so good for the game. Yeah. I don't know, man. Like, if I ever play a game, I just like really cannot, like, you know, live without a backpack. It's just so nice to have. It's just like an extra item in your inventory. It's really good. Yeah, so right here, I do like fill up my inventory with traps, so I kinda like make my teammate be my man tracker for me. Cause, you know, I wanna go hunting, you know. This game, even though I'm running a trapper build, you know, you can still go hunting with a trapper build. It's kind of different style. It's kind of weird, but yeah. So we do find this guy, and then I try to cut him off, but then he decides to like just book it the complete opposite way. I use my steel caltrops, and luckily he does run over it, and then he tries to play some of his own, and I see it, so I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna get it. And we start chasing, and then I try to throw my axe here, but I miss, and then it's like kind of awkward, and I was like, boom, there's the shove, oof, and then yeah, it's pretty hard for him to get away here because it's 2v1. I accidentally backstabbed my teammate there, whoops, and boom, yeah, we get ourselves the second kill of the game. And you know, I was considering the bow there, but then I don't know, I just kinda generally when I get a kill I like to move quickly, like just grab and go, like let's go, because right now what's happening is that other people on the map are probably doing the same thing that me and you are funked are doing, so I wanna try and get there and kill them before they kill each other. You know, I want all of the kills this game. That's what generally I like to do. Yeah, so we're just headed over to mid because I see where my teammate is running. I'm like, okay, that's probably where the next closest guy is. Always open up these green crates. They're definitely worth it. If there was like a bow, a recurve bow, or like, I don't know, like it's always good to open them. It's definitely worth your time. So yeah, I do my teammate kinda just like left for a bit, so it's kinda awkward. But yeah, I do decide that I'm gonna start setting up base at mid, because the best thing about Trapper and traps, like especially steel punjies, is like when you place them down, like they're basically there forever, like steel punjies. Nobody wants to build crafted explosives to blow up your punji sticks, you know? So yeah, now that I have a second airdrop available, I'm gonna go ahead and call it in, set up some traps in the middle, and yeah, we'll be good to go. And then we'll have like a nice little area, you know, to kite around in and stuff, whatever. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and place them. You know, generally I like to place them in the water, whatever, because they're harder to see. Yeah, people are definitely, from what I've seen in games, they're getting a lot smarter now. You know, they know like, oh, okay, this guy is running around in the water. He's probably got traps, and especially like with a name like Ep.11, like small community, so they probably know. But you know, I don't. Regardless if you know or not, you're still gonna have like a hard time dealing like with it. 'Cause now you have to fight me. You have to like crouch fight me if you want to melee me and stuff, or you have to like bow me. Like you don't. I cut off one. Like it just makes it a lot harder for you to deal with me. Yeah. So I go ahead and open up my second airdrop, which is very nice, and I grab this backpack and I realize, oh, I already have full armor, so I guess I don't need it. This is the most annoying glitch where I can't, like, it makes it really hard to pick up steel caltrops, like trying to open up my already open airdrop. I was trying to give this backpack to my teammate. He takes like 20 years to respond, so I was like, okay, I'm just gonna leave. I guess he was typing. Alright. So yeah, he said he only had 15 funk and he already had armor. Yeah, it's kinda confusing. UR Funked is actually a really good player. He's like level 99 or last time I saw him, so he's pretty good. So it's really funny though, because he's like wearing like nothing. So he looks like a noob, but I guess that's like a strategy that some people like to do. Like you wear nothing and then you look like you're a bad player, but then bam, you just kill him, like, you know, because element of surprise. Yeah, so UR Funked is now man tracking again, so I know the general direction of where my next enemies are. So yeah, I'm kind of circling around the left side of this building because I want to place a claymore here. I love placing claymores like close to health machines. Oh, and then I see this guy and I was like, oh, okay. So I do hear that C4 and I was like, ah, whatever. I tried to close the door and hopefully tank it, but it didn't work out. But then I was like, okay, he's probably gonna run out. Boom! Place down the steel snares and man. Ooh, man. The combo is real. And yeah, we clean him up really nicely. Yeah, I really enjoy Trapper. Trapper is just really fun to use. It's probably gonna get nerfed because, you know, anything I like gets nerfed. And yeah, we clean him up, and then I decide, okay, I could do two things right now. I could either call in my airdrop, so I have, you know, 2 punches left and some steel caltrops. I call it in, or what I could do here is I could just go hunting again, because what I actually did there, it was literally like maybe 1 second. I looked at the scoreboard and saw there were like 8 people. There's so many people alive. Depending on like what kind of players you get in the game, you kind of have to react differently. So there's like 8 people left alive. It's probably smarter for you to still go hunting, because if you have like just so many people in the standing room phase only, it becomes like almost pure luck, and then like, I don't know, like I just like would rather fight them while everybody's dispersed, and it's like it feels more of a like a 2v2 rather than like a 2v4, you know, if you get like vultured by another team because everybody's so close to it. So yeah, we are going hunting, and as soon as I hear my teammates man tracker start beeping, it means like we're probably close to an enemy. So I decided to, you know, craft some caltrops along the way. So that, cause caltrops are just like so amazing to chase people down. Yeah. Well, one thing I didn't comment on is I actually decided to trade my ice axe for a steel pipe, because I really prefer, depending on like damage and stuff right now, like the tier 2 steel pipe and the tier 2 ice axe, they're basically like around the same damage, like more or less. But like I like the bludgeon aspect, so I can lock down my enemies and prevent them from running away. So yeah, we do find a guy, and I'm like, okay, let's go, let's chase this guy down. He was like running for his life, and then yeah, I get try to finish him off really quickly, and then I get like, oh, I got destroyed there. So I was like, okay, and then this other guy comes in, and I'm like, oh shit. He's got a fireman's axe, so he's like someone I had to be really worried about. So yeah, we do get into a 2v2, so I'm taking Pyro, and the guy I just hit, and the guy with the axe is, yeah, and then I start wailing on this guy, and ideally I just want to like get rid of one player as quickly as possible, and that was like the weird show. And then after make it a 2v1. That's like what I like to do whenever I face, or whenever I team fight, I guess. Yeah, so, but unfortunately, like, the way I fight, my teammate was getting, like, manhandled by the guy with the ice axe, or not ice axe, fireman's axe, and I was like, oh my god, he almost died. So, yeah, I had to take care of him real quick, get rid of that bow, and then, like, oh, and I was like, ooh, adrenaline was pumping this fight, because I was like, yo, I want that ice axe. And, yeah, it like flies halfway across the map, but luckily it doesn't infinitely fly, so I managed to find it. Thank you. Thank goodness it makes noises like when it flies around like that. Otherwise, like, it'd be really hard to find it. Yeah, and we end up the fight with a fireman's axe, and feel really good. Like, this feels amazing to have it. You know, the last time I've had a tier 4 in this game, probably like a month ago or so, or like, it's been forever, so it feels really good to just have one in my hands and just walk around. Yeah, and I guess the next step would be just to head over to mid, and then somebody, I guess, ran over my snares or something, because I got the plus 10 damage right there, as you saw. So I'm heading towards mid, because that's probably where they are if they hit my snare, and we're gonna go ahead and, you know, try to get something going here. I see some people in the distance. My man tracker teammate starts beeping. I'm like, okay, now it's time to craft some caltrops, and we can go ham. And then we do start a fight, and I decide to just rush him because I want a piece of this. Unfortunately, I get blocked, and then so put myself in a bad spot. So it's time to like kind of kite. I get hit by my own teammate's arrow, and now it's time to like try and get this one guy down really quick. Boom, nice. And then yeah, now it's time to finish this guy. He tries to throw this crafted explosive. Unfortunately, I do get hit, and then like another guy shows up to the party, and I was like, oh gosh, yeah, things aren't looking very good for me right now. So I gotta go and place these. You know, at least it'll give me some sort of like area to play around. I think they got blown up by that crafted explosive there, actually. So, unfortunately, my teammate does go down there, and I'm like, oh gosh. And I start running for my life, and luckily for me, they started fighting amongst each other instead of hunting me down. So, that was the big reason I managed to survive. Now, what actually happens next? This guy's healing, so I try and stop him. Fortunately, he gets to heal off faster, and I start healing. Now, I remember placing a claymore here, so I thought, oh yeah, he's probably gonna chase me down, and then the claymore's gonna blow up, and then I'm gonna kill it. But I guess, like, my claymore either already got blown up, or maybe it's just, like, placed really badly, so it doesn't explode. And he starts jumping, and I was like, okay, is he, like, trolling me, or maybe he replaced my claymore, he's trying to bait me into my own claymore. I didn't really know. After watching this footage back, now it becomes apparent that I guess he wanted to team with me or something, and I was like, nah, you're just gonna die. I'm not about that teaming with a random person life, you know. So I just take him down. I know he kind of spared me, but then it's kind of awkward, like what happens after if we actually end up like winning. And yeah, so I just kill him, and now I'm all alone. You know, I don't really know how many people are left on the island, but I go ahead and finish up restock on my armor, and then go ahead and check the loot, see if there's anything I want. Blade, saber, actually used to be really good, now it's garbage tier. Yeah, and then I thought these were mine, but apparently they weren't. Yeah, so I step over them, like, just carelessly, and I'm like, oh gosh. Blah. Okay, yeah, so got a wealthy amount of funds, so I'm like, okay, time to buy something worth 150. And I find myself an impact grenade. It's pretty good, especially for 2v1s if the enemies cluster together. Like, that's like, yeah, you know, really, really nice. And then, not luckily, but like, yeah, even if buying the 150 funk, I still had enough to call in my last utility airdrop. So I was gonna go ahead and place these steel punji sticks, and go ahead and stash this right here in the corner. That way, when I go back to my airdrop, I'm gonna have enough inventory to actually carry all my traps, and then set up more traps in the middle. And then, you know, I still haven't checked the scoreboard at the moment, but I thought it was gonna be like it was probably gonna be a 2v1. So I need as many traps as I can have, so I can deal with them, you know? To me, the easiest way to 2v1 is just to have traps everywhere. So that way you can do damage, and like, you know, keep yourself safe from being, you know, ping-ponged around melee style, using the traps to kite around, you know? So yeah, I go ahead and pick up my traps. I do decide to just like kind of throw away that claymore. It's gonna get eaten up by the gas. Because if I were to pick like steel punji sticks, steel snares, or steel caltrops, like I would pick all of the above, like, over a claymore. So yeah, so we are getting close to this final fight, and I decide to, Luke Pinata comes, I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. I try to place some sneaky snares. This guy, like, pops out of the corner with his rifle, and it scared the hell out of me, actually, and I was like, okay. So now that the rifle's on the floor, I decide to just throw down my steel snares, because I know high chance he's probably gonna go for it. So there he goes for it, and yeah, he gets another good shot on me, and then boom! Finish him off for the win. Yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and my commentary. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And yeah, hopefully we'll see you more. See ya!